what had happened to him was very bad. He needed light. He got to his feet. He looked around, peering into the gloom, and guessed where the door might be. Holding his arms out in front of him, in case of invisible obstacles, he made his way to a wall. Then he walked crabwise, his hands exploring. He found a cold, glassy surface he guessed was a mirror. Then there was a towel roller. Then a metal box that might be a slot machine. At last his fingertips touched a switch, and he turned it on. Bright light flooded white-tiled walls, a concrete floor, and a line of toilets with open doors. In a corner was what looked like a bundle of old clothes. He asked himself how he got here. He concentrated hard. What had happened last night? He could not remember. The hysterical fear began to return as he realized he could not remember anything at all. He clenched his teeth to stop himself crying out. Yesterday. The day before. Nothing. What was his name? He did not know. He turned toward the row of basins. Above them was a long mirror. In the glass, he saw a filthy hobo, dressed in rags, with matted hair, a dirty face, and a crazy, pop-eyed stare. He looked at the hobo for a second, then he was hit by a terrible revelation. He started back with a cry of shock, and the man in the mirror did the same. The hobo was himself. He could no longer hold back the tide of panic. He opened his mouth, and, in a voice that shook with terror, he shouted, "Who am I?" The bundle of old clothes moved. It rolled over, a face appeared, and a voice mumbled, "You're a bum, Luke. Pipe down." His name was Luke. He was pathetically grateful for the knowledge. A name was not much, but it gave him a focus. He stared at his companion. The man wore a ripped tweed coat with a length of string around the waist for a belt. The grimy young face had a crafty look. The man rubbed his eyes and muttered, "My head hurts." Luke said, "Who are you?" "I'm Pete, you retard. Can't you see?" "I can't." Luke swallowed, holding down the panic. "I've lost my memory." "I ain't surprised. You drank most of a bottle of liquor yesterday. It's a miracle you didn't lose your entire mind." Pete licked his lips. "I didn't get hardly any of that goddamn bourbon." Bourbon would explain the hangover, Luke thought. "But why would I drink a whole bottle?" Pete laughed mockingly. "That's about the dumbest question I ever heard. To get drunk, of course." Luke was appalled. He was a drunken bum who slept in public toilets. He had a raging thirst. He bent over a wash basin, ran the cold water, and drank from the tap. It made him feel better. He wiped his mouth, then forced himself to look in the mirror again. The face was calmer now. The mad stare had gone, replaced by a look of bewilderment and dismay. The reflection showed a man in his late 30s, with dark hair and blue eyes. He had no beard or mustache, just a heavy growth of dark stubble. He turned back to his companion. "Luke what?" he said. "What's my last name?" "Luke, well, something. How the hell am I supposed to know?" "How did I get this way? How long has it been going on? Why did it happen?" Pete got to his feet. "I need some breakfast," he said.